Welcome to Manifested Publishers.
Hello, my lovely learner. I am so excited to have you today for this lesson. I am Teacher Purity and this is Manifested e-learning platform. So join me for our English lesson grade 3 where today we are starting on a new topic about our classroom. And the very first thing we are going to talk about our class under the topic our classroom, we shall learn listening and speaking. These are two different skills, the skill of listening and also the skill of speaking. So I will require you to pay attention and make sure that you are also participating where necessary. Join me for this lesson. So, our classroom. Let's start by knowing what a classroom is. We might know the word classroom, but when you are being asked to say the meaning of the word classroom, you might not be able to say it. So a classroom is a place where pupils learn. A classroom is a place where pupils learn. Most people say a classroom is a place where people learn. No, the people who learn in a classroom are called pupils. So a classroom is a place where pupils learn. So a classroom is a place where pupils learn. A place where pupils learn is called a classroom. And mostly classrooms are found in a school. You cannot visit a hospital, then you find a classroom in a hospital. No, they are found in a school. So I want us to talk about the things found in a classroom. But before that, I am going to show you a picture. We shall talk about the picture, then proceed with our lesson. So the picture is on page 12 of our textbook. Now I want you to look at the pictures. The pictures on page 12, and let's talk about the pictures and what you can see. Now from the pictures we can see we have boys and girls and they are in a classroom. Then we have a teacher, there is a teacher. Then we have a boy or a pupil rubbing the blackboard, so meaning there is a blackboard. We also have a chart. There is a chart just beside the blackboard. Then we also have chairs. You can see the pupils or the learners have sat on the chairs. On the chairs we have tables where they place their exercise books while writing or their textbooks when reading. Then we have the teacher's table and chair. Then above the blackboard there is a clock which helps the learners to know the time. So there is a clock. Then if you observe very well, there are some learners who are reading and others are writing. So this is just a picture to show some of the things that are found in a class or some of the activities that take place in a class. So let's talk about the things that are found in a class. What are some of the things that are found in a class? So things found in a classroom. Things found in a classroom. Things found in a classroom. Now from the picture that we have observed, we see that in a classroom we have blackboard, we have a blackboard. Okay, before I continue, let me make something clear. When you talk about things found in a classroom, teachers and learners are not things. Things are the things that we use in a class, the ones that help us to learn, the ones that help us to read and write. Those are what we call things. A teacher cannot be a thing, neither a learner. So things found in a classroom, we have blackboard. We also have chalk. Then we have chalk. Now a teacher uses the chalk to write on a blackboard. Teachers use a chalk to write on a blackboard. But there we have some boards like what we have. It is a whiteboard. We do not use a piece of chalk on a whiteboard, but we use what we call a whiteboard marker. And this is an example of a whiteboard marker. So we also have in our classroom, we have charts. We have charts in a classroom. The charts where the teacher can draw different things or can write sentences and other things for you to read them each and every day. We also have tables. We have tables. In some schools, learners usually use tables to write, and also teachers. We have chairs. We sit on our chairs when we are learning or when in our classroom. Then we also have desks. Desks are mostly used by learners. In our classroom, we have some things that help us to read or what we read. We always read textbooks. So you can find a textbook in a class. Have textbooks. Then we have exercise books where we write the teacher's notes and work. Exercise books. Now in the exercise book, there is something you use to write in it. You can use a pencil. So pencils also have pens. Then we have blackboard duster. So in our classroom, we also have a duster, and we use a duster to rub the board. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we have listed here that can be found in a classroom. So first we have a blackboard. You shall observe that in your schools. Then we have chalk, charts. I have a chart here. So charts are always written by your teachers, and they always hang them on the wall to help you learn. So there is a chart here. You can also find it in a class. Then we have tables. Of course, we use tables to put our exercise books when writing. And also teachers put their things on a table. Then chairs where we sit. Desks, we also sit on the desks. Then we have textbooks. So I have several textbooks here. So these are some of the, we have textbooks in our class, have these. There are many, you can find even storybooks. So textbooks. And we read a textbook. We always read a textbook. Then we have exercise books. So I have an exercise book here. So this is an example of an exercise book where you write your work, and make sure when you copy your notes, your teacher is also marking your work. So this is an exercise book, and we write in an exercise book. Then we have pencils. There are learners who use pencils to write, while others use pens. It depends with the class that either you are in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, or the other classes. So the others who use pens, I have an example of a pen here. Now this is a pen. Can use a pen to write. Mostly those learners who are in the upper classes. Lastly, we have a duster. We use a duster to rub the board. So this is an example of a duster. We use it to rub the board. After the teacher has written, or a teacher can call out one of you to rub the board, you will use a duster. Now there are some schools that do not have dusters. You can make another duster. You can improvise. What can you use to make a duster? You can cut a sponge, then you use it as a duster. We have in a class, we can also find a ruler, and rulers are used by learners to underline their work. When you want to write your mathematics, you want to underline your work, you will use a ruler. Remember, a ruler makes our work to look neat. So these are some of the things that are found in a classroom. Remember that a classroom is a place where pupils learn. Only pupils learn in a classroom. You cannot find pupils learning from a hospital. Then these are some of the things found in a classroom. And the things that are found in a classroom help us to learn, like the blackboard, the chalkboard, charts, tables, textbooks, and so on. We also have a ruler. Now, learners use rulers to make lines in their exercise books. And on a ruler, we have measurements written on it, depending on the size of the ruler. So we have a shorter ruler than this. When you want to underline your work, you can use a ruler. Remember, you are using it because it makes your work look neat. Instead of making lines in an exercise book, then you have crooked lines, you will use a ruler. While teachers also have a ruler that they use to make lines on the blackboard or the board. So this is what teachers use to make lines. We call it a meter rule. It is called a meter rule. It is also found in a classroom. So these are some of the things that are found in a classroom. We have only listed some of them. We have very many things that are found in a classroom. When you go to school, look around your classroom and you can still list more things that are found in a classroom. Get ready with your exercise book, pencil, and a rubber. I want you to copy some work. You will later answer the work according to the instructions given. So copy the assignment. You only have 2 questions, number 1 and number 2. So the first question, write down 3 things found in your classroom. So you are going to write down 3 things that are found in your classroom. Then the second question, draw the following. You are going to draw an exercise book, you draw a chair, and lastly, you draw a table. Make sure that you are finishing your work. Thanks for being good listeners. Hope to see you in the next lesson.